Psalms 8 through 14, the Passion Translation. Psalm 8, God's Splendor. Lord, your name is so great and powerful. People everywhere see your splendor. Your glorious majesty streams from the heavens, filling the earth with the fame of your name. You have built a stronghold by the songs of babies. Strength rises up with a chorus of singing children. This kind of praise has the power to shut Satan's mouth. Childlike worship will silence the madness of those who oppose you. Look at the splendor of your skies, your creative genius glowing in the heavens. When I gaze at your moon and your stars, mounted like jewels in their settings, I know you are the fascinating artist who fashioned it all. But when I look up and see such wonder and workmanship above, I have to ask you this question. Compared to all this cosmic glory, why would you bother with puny mortal man, or be infatuated with Adam's sons? Yet what honor have you given to men, created only a little lower than Elohim, crowned like kings and queens with glory and magnificence? You have delegated to them mastery over all you have made, making everything subservient to their authority, placing earth itself under the feet of your image bearers. All the created order and every living thing of the earth, sky, and sea, the wildest beast and all the sea creatures, everything is in submission to Adam's sons. Lord, your name is so great and powerful. People everywhere see your majesty. What glory streams from the heavens, filling the earth with the fame of your name. Psalm 9, Triumphant Thanks. Lord, I will worship you with extended hands, as my whole heart explodes with praise. I will tell everyone everywhere about your wonderful works and how your marvelous miracles exceed expectations. I will jump for joy and shout in triumph as I sing your song and make music for the Most High God. For when you appear, I worship while all of my enemies run and retreat. They stumble and perish before your presence. For you have stood up for my cause and vindicated me when I needed you the most. From your righteous throne you have given me justice. With a blast of your rebuke, nations are destroyed. You obliterated their names forever and ever. The Lord thundered, and our enemies have been cut off, vanishing in everlasting ruins. All their cities have been destroyed. Even the memory of them has been erased. But the Lord of eternity, our mighty God, lives and reigns forever. He sits enthroned as king, ready to render his verdicts and judge all with righteousness. He will issue his decrees of judgment, deciding what is right for their entire world, dispensing justice to all. All who are oppressed may come to you as a shelter in a time of trouble, a perfect hiding place. May everyone who knows your mercy keep putting their trust in you, for they can count on you for help no matter what. O Lord, you will never neglect those who come to you. Listen, everyone. Shout out your praise to the God who lives and rules within Zion. Tell the world about all the miracles he has done. He tracks down killers and avenges bloodshed, but he will never forget the ones forgotten by others, hearing every one of their cries for justice. So now, O Lord, don't forget me. Have mercy on me. Take note of how I've been humiliated at the hands of those who hate me. Bring me back again from the brink, from the very gates of death. Save me. Bring me the spiritual gates of Zion, so I can bring you the shout of the praise you deserve. For the godless nations get trapped in the very snares they set for others. The hidden trap they set for the weak has snapped shut upon themselves. Guilty. The Lord is famous for this. His justice will punish the wicked. While they are digging a pit for others, they are actually setting the terms for their own judgment. They will fall in their own pit. Consider the truth of this and pause in his presence. Don't forget this. All the wicked will one day fall into the darkness of death's domain and remain there, including the nations that forgot God and reject his ways. He will never ignore forever all the needs of the poor, for those in need shall not always be crushed. Their hopes shall be fulfilled, for God sees it all. Lord, won't you now arise to judge and punish the nations who defy you? Aren't you fed up with their rebellion? Make them tremble in fear before your presence. Place a lawgiver over them. Make them know that they are only puny, frail humans who must give an account to you. Pause in his presence. Psalm 10, the cry of the oppressed. Lord, you seem so far away when evil is near. Why do you stand so far off as though you don't care? Why have you hidden yourselves when I need you the most? The arrogant in their elitist pride persecute the poor and helpless. May you pour out upon them the very evil they've planned against others. How they brag and boast of their cravings, exalting the greedy. They congratulate themselves as they despise you. These arrogant ones, so smug and secure, in their delusion the wicked boast, saying, God doesn't care about what we do. There's nothing to worry about. Our wealth will last a lifetime. So seemingly successful they are in their schemes, prosperous in all their plans and scoffing at any restraint. They boast that neither God nor men will bring them down. They sneer at all their enemies, saying in their hearts, we'll have success in all we do, and never have to face trouble, never realizing that they are speaking this in vain. Their mouths spout out cursing lies and threats. Only trouble and turmoil come from all their plans. Like beasts lurking in the shadows of the city, they crouch silently in ambush for the people to pass by. Pouncing on the poor, they catch them in their snare, to murder their prey in secret, as they plunder their helpless victims. They crush the lowly as they fall beneath their brutal blows, watching their victims collapse in defeat. Then they say to themselves, the lofty one is not watching while we do this. He doesn't even care. We can get away with it. Now it's time to arise, Lord. Crush them once and for all. Don't forget the forgotten and helpless. How dare the wicked think that they'll escape judgment, believing that you would not call them to account for their ways. Don't let the wicked get away with their contempt of you. Lord, I know you see that all that they're doing, noting their each and every deed. You know the trouble and turmoil they've caused. Now punish them thoroughly for all they've done. The poor and helpless ones trust in you, Lord, for you are famous for being the helper of the fatherless. I know you won't let them down. Bring the power of the wicked and all their strong-armed tactics. Search them out and destroy them for the evil things they've done. You, Lord, are king forever and ever. You will see to it that all nations perish from your land. Lord, you know and understand all the hopes of the humble, and will hear their cries and comfort their hearts, helping them all. The orphans and oppressed will be terrified no longer, for you will bring them justice, and no one will trouble them. Psalm 11, Song of the Steadfast. Lord, don't you hear what my well-meaning friends keep saying to me? Run away while you can. Fly away like a bird to hide in the mountains for safety, for your enemies have prepared a trap for you. They plan to destroy you with their slander and deceitful lies. Can't you see them hiding in their place of darkness and shadows? They've set against you and all those who live upright lives. But don't they know, Lord, that I have made you only my hiding place? Don't you know that I always trust in you? What can the righteous accomplish when truth's pillars are destroyed and law and order collapse? Yet the Eternal One is never shaken. He is still found in his temple of holiness, reigning as Lord and King over all. He is closely watching everything that happens, and with a glance his eyes examine every heart. For his heavenly rule will prevail over all. He will test both the righteous and the wicked, exposing each heart. God's very soul detests those who love to resort to violence. He will rain down upon them judgment for their sins. A scorching wind will be their portion and lot in life. But remember this, the righteous Lord loves what is right and just. Every godly one will come into his presence and gaze upon his face. Psalm 12. Song for the new day. Help, Lord, save us, for godly ones are swiftly disappearing. Where will the dependable, principled ones? Where are they? They're a vanishing breed. Everyone lies, everyone flatters, and everyone deceives. Nothing but empty talk, smooth talk, and double talk. Where are the truthful? I know the Lord will not deal gently with people like that. You will destroy every proud liar who says, we lie all we want. Our words are our weapons, and we won't be held accountable. Who can stop us? May the Lord cut off their twisted tongues and seal their lying lips. May they all be silenced, those who boast and brag with their high-minded talk about doing whatever they want. But the Lord says, now I will arise. I will defend the poor, those who are plundered and the oppressed and the needy who groan for help. I will arise to rescue and protect them. For every word God speaks is sure, and every promise is pure. His truth is tested, found to be flawless and ever faithful. It is as pure as silver, refined 7 times in a crucible of clay. Lord, you will keep us forever safe, out of the reach of the wicked, even though they strut and prowl, tolerating and celebrating what is worthless and vile. You will still lift up those who are yours. Psalm 13. Prayers turn depression into delight. I'm hurting, Lord. Will you forget me forever? How much longer, Lord? Will you look at the other way when I'm in need? How much longer must I cling to this constant grief? I have endured the shaking of my soul, so how much longer will my enemy have the upper hand? It's been long enough. Take a good look at me, God, and answer me. Breathe your life into my spirit. Bring light into my eyes in this pitch-black darkness, or I will sleep the sleep of death. Don't let my enemy proclaim I'll prevail over him, for all my adversaries will celebrate when I fall. Lord, I have always trusted in your kindness, so answer me. I will yet celebrate with passion and joy when your salvation lifts me up. I will sing my song of joy to you, the Most High, for in all of this you have strengthened my soul. My enemies say that I have no Savior, but I know that I have one in you. Psalm 14. God looks down from heaven. Only the withering soul would say to himself, there is no God. Anyone who thinks this is corrupt and callous, depraved and detestable, devoid of what is good. The Lord looks down in love, bending over heaven's balcony, looking over all of Adam's sons and daughters. He's looking to see if there's anyone who acts wisely, anyone who is searching for God and wanting to please him. But no, everyone has wandered astray, walking stubbornly toward evil. Not one is good. He can't even find one. Look at how they live in luxury while exploiting my people. Won't these workers of wickedness ever learn? Don't they ever even think of praying to God? But just look at them now in panic, trembling with terror, for the Lord is on the side of the generation of loyal lovers. The Lord is always the safest place for the poor. When the workers of wickedness oppress him, how I wish that Israel's rescue would arise from the midst of Zion. When his people are restored, Jacob's joy will break forth and Israel will be glad.